When it comes to investing your money, there are a lot of different opinions on the best way to do it. Some people advocate to maxing out your 401k as soon as you have some extra cash, whereas some talk about holding off until you've paid off your high interest rate college loans. In that case, what is the right order of investing? Hi, if you're new to this channel, my name is Kavisha and welcome to Immigrant Millionaires. This is a channel where we talk about everything money and everything investments. When it comes to investing our money, there is an endless list of choices to make: 401k, HSA, student loan, mortgages, 529, etc. etc. And there is always a fear of ending up making wrong choices. Therefore, in this video, I'm going to share with you what I think is the optimal order of investing. Agreed that all situations are different and it's not possible to cover all possible scenarios in this one video, but I still believe that there are general guidelines that we all can follow to make sure that our hard earned money is invested in the most optimized way. Number one on our list is building an emergency fund. Now, this could be different from each person. Basically, the idea is to have 3 to 6 months of running expenses in an ER fund before you put a dime into market investing. So, build a reasonable buffer of cash, save it in your check in, savings, or even high yield savings account. It need not be a very large amount so that makes you feel that you are missing out on market opportunities. At the same time, it should not be small enough which cannot take care of your emergency situations. Guys, the idea behind an emergency fund is to not rely upon high interest credit card debt in case you needed to take out that money or use that money for any emergency. Number two on the list of optimal investing is 401k company match. If you work for an employer that offers 401k matching contribution, then this should be your first and the main priority. Before you do anything else, go for that matching contribution. Why? Because a matching 401k provides an instant and 100% guaranteed return on your investments. For example, let's say that your employer matches 100% of the contributions till about 4% of your income. If you're not sure of your company's 401k match policy, do check with your HR department or benefits manager to get clarity around that. Another call out is some employers have a vesting schedule, so do check with the same department around what the vesting schedule of your employer is, which means how long do you have to stay with the company to be able to get that employer's match. Guys, if you're getting any value out of this video, please smash the like button there, subscribe the channel, and do let me know in the comments below, how do you think about these optimal steps of investing? Is this what aligns with what you thought about, or is there something else that you want to know? Next on my list is knocking off high interest debt. Now, high interest debt would be anything which is over and above 5%. For most of the people, this is usually the credit card loans or the student loans. Now guys, understand that credit card loans are the worst kind of loans wherein the interest that you're paying annually would average somewhere between 20 to 30%. So if there's a credit card debt that you're carrying on month over month basis, guys, this is the time to knock it off. And there is no better way to knock it off other than just pay it off completely. And you'll be surprised how much cash flow do you start feeling once that debt is paid off. And that's because of so much interest that you were paying on that. So list out all your high interest debts and create a plan to pay them off. Now you could decide paying them off through an avalanche method or a snowball method, whatever you prefer. But guys, you will realize that once these are paid off, you have so much more income coming in, which can be used to optimize other of your investments. And guys, once you've knocked off your high interest debt, next on the list is maxing out your Roth IRA. In my opinion, Roth IRA is the most efficient retirement account out there. And here's why. Because once you put your dollars into Roth IRA, it totally grows tax-free, and when you need to take the money out, it is totally tax-free, which means yes, zero taxes on that. And it's so advantageous that IRAs has put limits on how much you can contribute to your Roth IRA per year, and those limits in this case are much smaller than what you can contribute for your 401k, 403b or 457b. So guys, so just go ahead and max out your Roth IRA. So in 2024, the maximum one can contribute in their Roth IRA is $7,000 per person. And guys, do check out their maximum income qualifying limits that people who are earning up until this point can only contribute to their Roth IRA. So please do check what those qualifying limits are. But at the same time, anybody who's making more than that limit, there is another excellent strategy to contribute to your Roth IRA, which is called Back to Roth IRA. And it's such an awesome account that I will dedicate an entire video onto that. There's another strategy called Megador Roth IRA, so we'll talk about more in that video about it. For now, just to keep it simple, that if your gross household income married filing jointly is about 240,000, then you can contribute 7,000 each to your Roth IRA. And guys, we'll talk more about these accounts in our next video. But please go ahead and max out your Roth IRA as much as you can. So we don't know what the tax landscape would be another 10-20 years from now. Some politician may decide to increase the tax rate. So guys, as long as we have maxed out our sheltered account like a Roth IRA, we are in a pretty safe zone because we know that there are zero taxes on withdrawals and growth. Number 5 on our list is take advantage of health savings accounts, commonly known as HSAs. I understand this may not be applicable to everyone because to be able to contribute to an HSA plan, you need to be covered under a high deductible health plan, which is commonly known as HDHP. But in case you are covered under such a plan, this is one of the best instruments to park the money for your health related expenses. HSA is known as a triple tax sheltered account. Guys, even though HSA is for health saving plan, but I believe it's one of the best retirement accounts. Why do I say so? That's because of the triple sheltering of this account. Whatever contributions that you make to an HSA are totally tax deductible. As long as your money is growing within this account, it is all tax deferred. And when you withdraw the money from this account, as long as it is for health related purpose, it is 100% tax free. Isn't that an awesome account? The only account which is triple tax sheltered. But for now, for the sake of this video, in year 2024, if you're applying for health coverage just for yourself, the limits are 4,100, and if it is for family, the limits are 8,300. So please go ahead and max out your HSA. So once you've taken care of employer match, knocked off your high debts, then taken care of your retirements and your health saving plans, guys, next on the list is 5 to 9 education savings plan. So this is applicable if you have children and you plan to save for their college education. This is a very tax efficient account for the same purpose. A 5 to 9 savings plan is similar to your Roth IRA account. The only difference is this is used for educational purposes. So the contributions are made with post-tax money, but all the withdrawals are exempted from federal taxes and some places from the state taxes also, as long as they are used for educational purpose. Another beautiful thing with 5 to 9 is that there are no annual contribution limits. I'd started investing for both my kids in the education savings plan when they were about 2 to 3 years old, and over time I realized that the amount that I initially decided was probably higher than it should have been. So over time I had to adjust that amount to bring that lower. Honestly speaking, I don't plan to 100% cover my kids' education through this 5 to 9 plan. I want them to take part of the responsibility also. Because I had taken loan off for my higher education, and I believe that is something that makes you really responsible towards your early life, and I would expect the same for my kids also. So although I would love to have a 5 to 9 plan for my kids, but I would not want them to completely be dependent on that. Just because we've taken care of the employer matching part of the 401k doesn't mean that we cannot contribute more. Yes, we can. There are annual limits set by IRS to how much maximum you can contribute to your 401k accounts. So now that we've taken care of all the key things, we come back to our 401k account once again. And this time, not to just match the contribution, but to max out the 401k plan. Now, this is one of the very good instruments to lower your tax liability and thereby have more of your money being invested in the markets. Now, this is where the money gets invested. A lot of times is restricted by your employer, but a lot of employers do park that money in target dated funds or in S&P indexes, both of which are excellent options in my opinion. Now at this stage, we are talking about maxing out your 401k because we've already maxed out the other tax sheltered accounts like Roth IRA, HSA, etc. So the limits in 2024 for maxing out your 401k is $23,000 per person. Now you can clearly see that this is much higher than the max limit allowed for a Roth IRA, which was $7,000 per person per year basis. And the main reason for that is that your 401k is not a tax sheltered account, it is a tax deferred account, which means that today you are reducing your tax liability, but tomorrow when you withdraw that money, based on how much income you withdraw and what the tax rates at that point in time, you will end up paying taxes on this money. Now that you've taken care of all the tax advantageous accounts, all the tax deferred accounts, now is the time that if you still have extra money, please park it in your regular taxable brokerage accounts. I talk to a lot of people who tell me, who are very quick to jump into the regular taxable brokerage account without having taken care of all the tax deductions, the tax benefits that the government provides to us. And to me, that doesn't make sense, right? There isn't, which is why I wanted to make this video, because there is an optimal order in which you should be doing things. Let's take the maximum that the government is giving to us before we get into the regular taxable brokerage accounts. This should be your last priority because you do not get any tax advantage for investing money in these regular brokerage accounts. And guys, even when you are investing in these regular brokerage accounts, do not forget our strategy of investing in low cost index fund and ETFs. The most simple and the passive investing strategy, which ensures that you will get about 10 to 12% interest rate year over year on a longer time period. Guys, once again, if you're getting any value out of this video, please smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and let me know that how are you finding these optimal steps to investing? Are you finding them useful? Is there anything else that you would like to add to it, or any comment that you would like to make? Guys, once you've taken care of all these things, paid off your high interest debt, taken care of tax advantages account, the regular brokerage account, so you're already on your journey of investment, I would highly recommend to start paying off part of your low interest debt also, because one way it gives you a lot of peace, another way is that we do not want debt to be our regular way of life. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please let me know in your comments what else you would like to learn in this world of investing, and let me get it for you. Thank you.